In this video, I am going to talk about which one is better to sell on. Should you sell on Amazon or eBay? Before we go any further, I asked a few fellow resellers what they think.
Amazon.
eBay.
Amazon.
Amazon.
eBay.
All right, as you can see, it was a toss-up, but stay to the very end and I'm going to give you my opinion on which platform we prefer to sell on. I am Liz. I am one half of the Freeway Flippers. If you're new to the channel, we are a husband and wife reselling team. We've been selling on Amazon and eBay for a little over 4 years. And right now, that is how I make a full-time income, is by reselling. And so I'm really excited to do this video, give you a little insight as to what are the benefits of Amazon and eBay, and then what's the downside to both of them. And in the end, which one's better? Let's start out with the most powerful online marketplace, which is Amazon. That is one of the biggest reasons why Amazon is a good one to choose. It is the biggest marketplace out there. There are already customers that shop on Amazon, so your customer base is already there. Amazon continues to grow. Right now, with all this uncertainty as to what's going on in the world, there's one thing we do know. Amazon announced they need more warehouse, which means they anticipate on expanding and growing and building the online shopping experience for customers. And that's one thing you're going to continue to see, is just more sticks and bricks stores, going from being a regular store you can go in and purchase things to moving everything online. And so that means there's going to be a lot of potential out there to be an Amazon seller. Amazon has lots of software that you can use. So if you are going to find products, you use the software and it leads you in the right direction, meaning that if you're going to start an Amazon business, you have a better chance of being successful because there is already software out there to help you decide on what products are good to buy and which ones you should stay away from. When we're talking about businesses, if you start up a brewery, restaurant, maybe you start up a food truck, there are a lot of expenses. I just met with a friend the other day. She owns a tile restoration company, and just to start out, she had to do a loan for hundreds of thousands of dollars. With Amazon, it's a lower startup fee. All you're doing is you're purchasing product. So that's really your only expense with selling on Amazon. Now, it depends on the business model. There are a lot more expenses with different ones, but in the most part, compared to a lot of other businesses out there, Amazon has a low to entry fee. The best part of Amazon is that they offer what's called FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. If you buy product, or maybe you have your own brand, you can ship your product directly into the Amazon warehouse. They hold it there, store it, and when it sells, they pick it, pack it, and ship it to the customer. They do all the customer service for you, which means more time for you to devote to other things in your business. Amazon is kind of like having a regular job. You get bi-weekly payouts where you get a paycheck every 2 weeks deposited into your bank account, and just recently Amazon changed it to where you can actually request to have a payment. So let's say that you ordered a bunch of product and you need that money to put in for the reorder. You can actually, before your bi-weekly payout, you can request Amazon to send you those funds. Amazon's always expanding. They are going into different marketplaces. They're all over the country. So not only are you investing in a United States or North America with Mexico and Canada business, you have potential to go global. Who wouldn't want to have a business where you have the opportunity to sell in different places in the world? Now, there are 4 different business models for Amazon, and we'll talk about it a little later with eBay, and they sometimes apply to eBay as well. But the 4 business models that you can do for Amazon, the first one is going to be retail arbitrage. And what that means is you are going out to all these different retailers, and you're driving around to Ross, Goodwill, Walmart, and you're looking for clearance or really low priced items. and you look it up on Amazon and you see what it's selling for. And if it's selling for a higher price, you use the FBA calculator, the revenue calculator that Amazon has online, and then you determine, okay, if I send this item in, I buy it for $5, I send it in shipping cost an average of $1, and then I sell it for $19.99. Here are the fees. Am I going to profit from that item? And you can also determine, if you send it into Amazon, what's going to be your profit, and then if you hold on to it yourself and ship it to the customer, which is FBM, fulfilled by merchant, what will be your profit then? They give this information to you and you can make a really educated decision on whether you should buy that product or not. So retail arbitrage is just that, going to a retailer, buying for low, selling for high. There's another one called online arbitrage, which is same as retail arbitrage, only you're going online to different websites and finding the items and then shipping them into Amazon, or just shipping them yourself via FBM. So those are two different business models. Third Amazon business model would be wholesaling, and that is getting in contact with the distributor of a particular product that's already branded, already created, and you're buying in bulk. So you might buy 50 pairs of Nike shoes or 50 sets of Legos, and then you're buying it from a distributor at a cheaper price than retail, and then you're able to mark it up on Amazon for a profit. The fourth business model, the one that we love the most, is private label. And what that is, you are using software to find products that are selling on Amazon that you can then go to, like, let's say Alibaba, which is where you would find Chinese suppliers, get in contact with them, find the product, and then put your brand name on it. For example, I've used this one in the past, but there are these handle poop bags for cats and dogs, and I love that product, and I use that. Well, somebody didn't invent the product. They knew it was selling and they put their brand name, and I believe it's Poogie. It's named after one of their pugs, and all they did was put their brand name on it and then sold that product. And there's other products of that particular type already selling on Amazon. Private label is a little bit more challenging because you do have to buy in bulk. You have to contact a supplier, create a listing, do photographs. So it's probably the most difficult business model that Amazon has. But those four business models, the best thing about Amazon is you can still sell on Amazon, but figure out which business model works for you. Now, selling on Amazon isn't always the most fun. There are downsides to selling on Amazon. The biggest one's going to be fees. Amazon charges a lot of fees. There's a reason why Jeff Bezos is the most wealthy man in the entire world. There's a reason. And so when you sell on Amazon, you understand there's fees and cost for everything. There's a lot of expenses. When you ship your item into Amazon, you have to pay shipping. When your item sells, whether you fulfill it yourself or ship it into the fulfillment center, there will be fees. So if you ship it yourself, there's a 15% referral fee that you get charged just for having the luxury of having your item listed on Amazon. And then if you send it into the warehouse, they charge an additional FBA fee for storing, picking, packing, shipping it to the customer. Now, each fee is usually around 15% of the item cost. So for 30%, you are essentially in business with Amazon. And so those fees can really add up, and you have to be really careful when you're choosing products or looking for items to resell on Amazon. Make sure you're factoring in shipping and all the Amazon fees that they have, because before you know it, you might buy an item, and with all the deduction of fees, you made maybe $1. So you have to be really careful and knowledgeable about what Amazon is going to charge you for selling on their platform. Amazon has a lot of restrictions. Some people are just having a very difficult time even just opening up an Amazon seller account. They're requiring a lot more information. When you first start selling on Amazon, they actually restrict what you can sell and what you can't sell on Amazon. A lot of it has to do with brand names. Like it's called ungated. You have to get ungated in a particular brand in order to sell it, or a particular category. So when we first started selling on Amazon, we actually got ungated in topicals. So that way we could sell like lotions or sunscreens or whatever we wanted to do that was considered in the topical category. So we paid a company to do that. And we paid a lot of money. I think we paid like $649 back in 2017 just to have the privilege of being able to sell in that particular category. You'll have to factor that in. If you want to sell on Amazon, you need to know that you're not going to be able to sell everything when you start out, and you might have to invest in trying to get ungated in those specific categories. Now you're thinking, well, how do you know what you can sell and what you can't sell? If you download the Amazon Seller app, so once you become an Amazon seller, you can download the app, and then there's a camera in the upper right-hand corner. You can press the camera, scan a barcode if you're out in a store, and right away Amazon will give you the information you need. It will tell you, are you restricted in that brand? Can you sell it? Can you sell it new? Can you sell it used, refurbished? It will give you all that information. And then you can also go to the FBA revenue calculator that I was talking about earlier and put in all the information and to see if you should buy that item or not. So there are ways that you can figure out what you're restricted in, and there are ways that you can get ungated. So don't let that be a reason not to sell on Amazon. Another downside of Amazon, they make it very easy for customers to return items. I mean, all you have to do is go to the order, click a reason. This is probably one of my pet peeves of being an Amazon seller. I like to look at the returns because I think it's really important to be monitoring why customers are making returns. Now, the last downside of selling on Amazon, if you are a private label seller, or maybe you got sole rights to a wholesale product that nobody else can sell, then if you have a professional seller account, you can run advertisements to those particular listings. But Amazon makes you pay in order for your item to be seen in front of the customer. So your advertising fees can sometimes be really high and cut into your profit. All right, let's talk about eBay now. One thing with eBay, anyone can open an account. They make it really simple to do so. You don't need all that information that Amazon requires, and you can use the same buyer and seller account for eBay, which makes it very easy. One login, don't have to worry about going to a different website to log into both. You can definitely sell pretty much anything on eBay, which is one reason why I love selling on eBay. I can sell my used clothes, items that have been sitting around the house that I know I will never use again. That's just one huge benefit, and it really allows you to diversify what you're selling. eBay has a lot less restrictions. So as I mentioned before with Amazon, when you're a new seller, you're restricted on brands, categories. With eBay, there's very few things that you get restricted on. I do know that we have had some IP infringements and cases open against us. I didn't know that the As Seen on TV brand, you're not allowed to sell. You have to be an authorized user. I found out the hard way, but what you do, the best thing about eBay, there's so many groups, so many resellers that have valuable information that you just kind of join those groups, pay attention to what brands to sell, what brands you shouldn't sell because you might get an IP, but it's so much more less than Amazon, which makes it really a good platform to sell on. You definitely have more control of what you sell and your account. It's very easy to contact customer service on eBay. Amazon, I swear you have to click like 19 times to even find a way to email them. So eBay makes it really easy for sellers. And in the end, then you just have more control over your eBay seller account. Not only is it easier to contact eBay, you're able to contact buyers. With Amazon, they just allow any customer to return stuff. I've been trying to contact one customer because they claim that the product was damaged during shipping, which is a postal service issue. That's not my problem that they damaged your item. I've been trying to get a hold of them and it's been almost impossible. With eBay, under the transaction, you can even just go to a listing and contact a buyer or a seller. They make it really easy. So dealing with customers is a lot easier on eBay than it is on Amazon. One of the best things about eBay, it is so easy to find products to resell. Think about it. Think about all the business models I talked about: retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, and then there's like private label, wholesale, retail arbitrage, and online arbitrage. Think about all the stores that are out there. I mean, there's thrift stores, there's garage sales, there's estate sales, there's anything you can think of, marketplace. OfferUp, you can find product to resell. So there's definitely a lot more opportunity with selling on eBay and trying to find products. You can sell all the different business models on eBay, and then you can even open a store for like an additional fee and really brand your store. So our store is Freeway Flippers, obviously. And so we were able to open up a basic store. We pay about $30 a month, but I was able to upload a logo, have a storefront, organize, what categories we have. We've got a lot of like hiking, camping, outdoor gear, and then we do a lot of like women's shoes, men's shoes. You're able to really customize your store, where Amazon really limits it unless you own a trademark and your brand registered, which it does not really apply to people who are doing like retail arbitrage and online arbitrage. If you have a store on eBay, they give you discounts. So you are able to save on, maybe 1 month they're running a promotion where you don't have to pay for the final value fee for auctions or fixed prices. They give you a coupon to be able to buy from the eBay store and buy shipping supplies. So they really, really try to help out buyers and reduce some of those expenses that come along with being a reseller. eBay also has some downsides. eBay is a lot more time consuming. So when you are creating a listing for an item, you have to do it all yourself. Now there are some tips where you can go and find a similar item and click sell similar, and then it kind of auto-populates all of the things that person had put in their listing. So that does kind of help speed up the process. But for some things, you have to create the listing for yourself. You have to photograph the item. If you have a spreadsheet, you have to document everything, because the reports are, they're okay. They're not the best, but I like to record, my inventory and then what's selling. So I use a specific spreadsheet for eBay, but it's definitely more time consuming with listing, photographing, and then also if you're doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, you're still having to drive around or, look online for deals. So it is a little time consuming, which would be one of the downsides of eBay. You're also responsible for shipping the item to the customer, and that requires also having shipping supplies. So there are a lot more expenses with selling on eBay. I mentioned that if you have a store, they give you the coupon every quarter that you can then buy different materials, boxes, tape, things like that to help you. However, you're still gonna, if you're taking it serious and shipping out a lot, you're still gonna have those supplies that you're gonna need. If you ship via the postal service, they do have free shipping supplies. That helps as well. And then you'll still have to spend a lot of time answering any questions that people might have. Maybe they're interested in an item and you didn't put the measurements. They might say, hey, what's the waist size, or what's the length of this? And so all that kind of adds to eBay is just a little bit more time consuming than Amazon. All right, hopefully this video was very helpful to give you an idea of which platform is better to sell on. Is it better to sell on Amazon, and is it better to sell on eBay? I told you at the very end, I would let you know which one I prefer to sell on. And honestly, I like both equally. They both have their pros and they both have their cons. Now, I am a believer that you should never put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't just rely on Amazon. Don't just rely on eBay. Make sure that you are diversifying and building multiple streams of income, because in the end, they have pros, they have cons. Our goal is just to keep building up businesses to make more money. If you're thinking about selling on Amazon or eBay, sometimes it really comes down to what will work for you. If you are still working like a 9-to-5 job, maybe you don't have the time to do eBay. Maybe you're interested in just selling like private label products where you buy in bulk, you ship it directly into the Amazon warehouse, and then you don't touch anything. Maybe you live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment and you just don't have the space for eBay products. In the end, do your research, learn about the different platforms there are to sell on. There's a lot more than just eBay and Amazon. There's Mercari, you can do OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, there's Goat for sneakers. There's so many platforms, and I just see online shopping is going to be the thing, especially this year with everyone wanting to stay home, not go out to stores, a lot of stores being closed on Thanksgiving. Online shopping is going to be the biggest that we've ever seen. Now is the time to start selling on Amazon or eBay. You might see a lot of people say there's too much competition, I can't find anything. Don't be one of those people and give up. Look at how far I have come. I used to be a teacher. I barely made any money. Everyone knows teachers don't make squat. Now I make probably 3 times more than I did when I was teaching, and I turned it into a full-time business. As you can see behind me, this is my eBay room, my reselling room. This is all the product that I have, and I really do enjoy it. I love the flexibility. I'm able to put in the work that I want to put in. When I want to take off, I can take off. So hopefully you learned something from this video. Whatever you learned, leave a comment down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, catch you on the flip.